Hello and welcome to this film, which is all about intermolecular forces. It's the second of the films in the higher level bonding topic, and it really just introduces some of the forces that we're going to be looking at over the next few films. Okay, so hopefully by the end of this film you'll know what the difference is between an intermolecular force and an intramolecular bond, and you'll know the names of the three main types of intermolecular force. That's really what all this film is about. Okay, so you might have seen this diagram before, hopefully you have, when we were talking about covalent molecules in the standard level topic. Remember that intramolecular bonds, the things within molecules, are covalent bonds. They're between the atoms within a molecule and they're strong. And the intermolecular forces are between one molecule and the next, and they tend to be very weak. Some are weaker than others, and we need to decide what kind of forces a molecule has. And these are the three types of intermolecular force that we're going to be looking at. They are dispersion forces, dipole-dipole forces or dipole-dipole interactions, and hydrogen bonds. And it's important to realise that hydrogen bonds, although they sound like they're bonds, are really just intermolecular forces. They're much weaker than bonds. Some people call the dispersion forces van der Waals or London forces. There's a few different names for them. But they're the three different kinds of force. And they're kind of arranged in order of strength here. So dispersion forces tend to be thought of as being weaker than dipole-dipole forces, which tend to be thought of as weaker than hydrogen bonds. Okay, but they are the three types of intermolecular force that we're going to be looking at over the next few films. And it's absolutely crucial over these next few films that you know how to, if you're going to decide what types of intermolecular force there are in a molecule, you have to know its shape. And if you can't draw an electron dot diagram for it, you're not going to be able to decide its shape. You're not going to be able to decide what intermolecular forces there are. So once again, I'm just reminding you of the need to be able to draw electron dot diagrams. But hopefully this film has refreshed your memory of the difference between intermolecular and intramolecular bonds and forces. And you know the names, if not much else, about the three main types of intermolecular force that we're going to be looking at over the next few films. Hopefully not too much to be confused by there, but if you do have any comments or questions, then please feel free to post on YouTube or to come and see me.